Retro Road Test, Peugeot 309 GTI vs. Vauxhall Astra GTE. In the mid to late 1980s and early 1990s, the hot hatch market was a fierce battleground. Among the standout contenders were the Peugeot 309 GTI and the Vauxhall Astra GTE, two machines that represented the pinnacle of accessible performance. Both cars aimed to deliver a heady mix of practicality, speed, and driver engagement. Let's pit them against each other in a detailed road test to determine which of these icons truly deserves to sit on the hot hatch throne. Design and styling. The Peugeot 309 GTI and Vauxhall Astra GTE represent two distinct approaches to design. The Peugeot 309 GTI's styling is somewhat understated, with clean lines and a no-nonsense demeanor. Peugeot borrowed elements from its celebrated 205 GTI sibling, but the 309 was slightly more grown up, with a longer wheelbase and a boxier profile. Key visual highlights include red piping around the grille, tasteful GTI badging, and a purposeful yet restrained set of alloy wheels. It's less flamboyant than some rivals, but the understated design has aged gracefully. The Vauxhall Astra GTE, by contrast, embraces the spirit of the 1980s with a more futuristic and angular look. Its integrated body kit, sharp edges, and full-width digital dashboard inside scream ambition. The GTE wears its performance intentions boldly, with distinctive aerodynamic add-ons and racy graphics. Its more aggressive styling will appeal to those who like their hot hatches with a visual edge. Verdict: the Astra GTE stands out more on the road, but the 309 GTI's subtle elegance gives it a timeless appeal. Interior and practicality. The cabin of the 309 GTI is quintessentially French, prioritizing ergonomics and functionality. The dashboard layout is simple, with a clean instrument cluster and tactile controls. While the materials may lack a premium feel, the seats more than make up for it. Peugeot's iconic high-back bucket seats are supremely supportive, especially in spirited driving. The 309 also benefits from a surprisingly spacious interior, with decent rear legroom and a large boot, making it a practical choice for those with families or hobbies requiring cargo space. The Astra GTE, however, steps boldly into the future with its much talked about digital dashboard. While it might seem gimmicky today, it was cutting-edge technology at the time, offering a unique mix of form and function. Unfortunately, the execution is a mixed bag. The digital readouts can be distracting, and the novelty wears off over time. Seating is good, though slightly less supportive than the 309's. Rear space is slightly tighter, and the boot, while adequate, doesn't match the Peugeot's in terms of usability. Verdict: the 309 GTI edges ahead with its practicality and more cohesive cabin design. Performance. Hot hatches are all about performance, and both contenders deliver in spades, albeit with different approaches. Peugeot 309 GTI. Under the bonnet, the 309 GTI is powered by Peugeot's 1.9-litre four-cylinder engine, producing 130 bhp. While it doesn't sound like much by modern standards, its lightweight, around 950 kilograms, ensures an impressive power-to-weight ratio. The engine pulls strongly across the rev range, and the throttle response is sharp, making it a joy to exploit on twisty roads. On the road, the 309 GTI feels alive. The steering is beautifully weighted, brimming with feedback, and allows for precise cornering. The suspension strikes an ideal balance between compliance and control, soaking up imperfections without sacrificing handling sharpness. Add to that the car's knack for lift-off oversteer, a trait adored by enthusiasts, and you've got a machine that demands and rewards driver engagement. Vauxhall Astra GTE. The Astra GTE's 2.0-litre engine offers a slight power advantage, delivering 150 bhp. It's a strong performer, with a punchy mid-range and an eagerness to rev. However, the car's higher curb weight, approximately 1,050 kilograms, means it doesn't feel as agile as the Peugeot. The GTE is no slouch in corners, but its handling lacks the precision of the 309 GTI. The steering is less communicative, and the suspension setup leans more toward high-speed stability than playful dynamics. That said, it excels on long straights and faster sweeping bends, where its powerful engine and excellent grip come into their own. Verdict: the Astra GTE wins on outright speed, but the 309 GTI is the more engaging driver's car. Driving dynamics. The Peugeot 309 GTI is an absolute joy to drive. It's a car that feels as though it was designed for the sole purpose of carving up B-roads. The balance is near perfect, and the chassis provides just enough feedback to keep you connected without overwhelming you. The brakes are strong, and the gear changes are crisp and precise. The Astra GTE, meanwhile, is more of a grand tourer in its driving dynamics. It's fast, stable, and secure, but it lacks the same level of finesse. The steering, while accurate, doesn't provide the same level of feedback, and the car's higher weight means it doesn't change direction as sharply. It's a car that shines on open roads but doesn't deliver the same thrills as the Peugeot when the roads get tight and twisty. Verdict: the 309 GTI is the sharper tool in the box, but the Astra GTE offers a more relaxed, high-speed experience. Daily usability. For many buyers, a hot hatch needs to balance performance with day-to-day practicality. The Peugeot 309 GTI impresses with its fuel economy, averaging around 35 miles per gallon when driven sensibly. Its compact dimensions make it easy to navigate in urban environments, and the ride quality, while firm, is comfortable enough for longer journeys. The Astra GTE, with its larger engine, is slightly thirstier, averaging closer to 30 miles per gallon. It's also less refined, with more road and wind noise at speed. However, its more spacious front seats and slightly better sound system make it a pleasant place to spend time on long drives. Verdict: the 309 GTI edges ahead for its blend of economy and refinement. Reliability and running costs. Both cars have proven to be relatively reliable over the years, but there are areas to watch out for. The 309 GTI's engine is robust, but electrical gremlins and rust can be issues, particularly around the rear arches and sills. Parts are generally affordable, and a strong enthusiast community ensures good support for maintenance and repairs. The Astra GTE is similarly sturdy, but its digital dashboard can be a source of frustration, with some units prone to failure. Rust is also a concern, especially on older examples. Vauxhall spares are plentiful, and servicing costs are reasonable. Verdict: both cars are fairly even in this department, but the simpler design of the Peugeot gives it a slight edge in long-term reliability. Verdict: the Peugeot 309 GTI and the Vauxhall Astra GTE are both stellar representatives of the golden age of hot hatches, but they cater to slightly different audiences. The 309 GTI is the purist's choice. It offers sublime handling, engaging dynamics, and a level of driver involvement that's hard to match. It's practical, economical, and just as fun to drive today as it was in its heyday. For those who prioritize driving pleasure above all else, the Peugeot is the clear winner. The Astra GTE, on the other hand, is the hot hatch for those who want a mix of speed, style, and technology. It's faster in a straight line, more spacious up front, and has a bold design that turns heads. However, its less involving handling and slightly dated digital gimmicks might leave some drivers wanting more. Winner: Peugeot 309 GTI for its timeless blend of performance, practicality, and sheer driving joy.